everybody.
Hey, we did that in perfect sync. Did you notice that?
No. Your head's cut off. Do you want me to uncut your head off?
Could be an improvement.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Okay, I shall uncut your head.
You know how much I care about that, right?
There you go.
That's
better. What are we doing tonight?
I am recapitated. Well, friends of ours, Chris and Yuting, suggested for an idea for one of our shows to do something on sake.
Voila!
So
many bottles.
we have a bunch of sake and one soju, and I'll get into the difference there in a minute.
Is it pronounced sake or sake?
Sake.
Sake.
And actually, in Japanese, sake means, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but what it means is any alcoholic beverage is sake.
There you go. When you order a sake.
What this actually is nihonshu. Understandably less catchy, so us non-Japanese folk tend to just lump everything in under this sake.
There we go. And we got lots of different kinds in a pretty pink bottle. And okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First thing we're going to do, though, we are going to do another mocktail.
Okay.
This one is a riff on a strawberry mojito.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, strawberry mojito.
Oh, very nice.
So it calls for 3 strawberries. These are already sliced. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball.
Yes.
We're going to put a little bit of simple syrup in, probably about a teaspoon.
So far it's a dessert. There you go.
10 mint leaves.
All right. See some muddling in our future.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of muddle.
Okay.
Probably should have crushed up the strawberries first, but it doesn't really matter because we will not be drinking this through a straw. They don't have to be absolutely pulverized. And you remember the thing with muddling mint, if you do it too much, it becomes sort of bitter. You just want to bruise it.
Okay. So we don't have any sake.
No, this is
in the mocktail first. Okay.
This is just the mocktail.
Okay.
We're doing this one first. So we're gonna.
Ooh, one of my fancy wine glasses. Yay!
Yeah.
Your ice is frozen together.
Yeah, it tends to do that. We are actually. Let's give it a little bit of.
So basically, you're making like a strawberry mojito, but without the booze.
Yeah.
Okay.
More or less.
Yeah.
Oh, and lime. Sorry, that's what we're missing here. Lime. So we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce or so of lime. Whatever comes out of this is what we're gonna go with.
And that's half of a lime?
Half a lime.
Okay. Trying to remember all this. Yeah.
A half a lime, if it's ripe, will kind of reliably give you about 3/4 of an ounce of juice. The average size lemon will reliably give you about an ounce of juice out of 1/2 of it.
Oh, good to know.
That's not working.
All right. Get it nice and cold.
Yep. Now in the wine glass here, we're gonna build it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put a sprig. We'll lay that up against there. Pardon my hands.
And then just dump it in. That's all pretty on the outside.
Pardon?
It's all pretty on the outside. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just kind of give you something to look at. It's all about the presentation, right? Because this is the garnish. We're not gonna garnish it with anything else.
Add some ice cream. Okay. That's okay. Now we strain it. And I can get all the strawberry goodness though.
Actually, not at all. We're gonna just dump it in.
You want all the mushy stuff too that you can drink.
Yeah, we want the mushy stuff.
Well, that looks delicious.
Now we top it up with strawberry bubbly.
Look at this. This looks really good. Again, this has no booze in it, but it's like a strawberry mojito. And I guess, again, if you're a diehard and you need your alcohol, you can throw in the vodka, right?
Rum.
Oh, rum. Sorry.
Well, I mean, vodka works too.
Look how pretty that is.
Valid point. But to make it a mojito, it has to be rum. Okay.
Check this out. Isn't that pretty? So that's your mocktail. That looks absolutely delicious. And I think this is going to be, this is what I'm going to drink while you're making sake, because I don't think, look how much sake we got going on here. It's 2 of us. 2. Yeah.
I knew nothing about sake. I know marginally more than nothing.
Cool.
But there's a lot to know about it. For something that is intrinsically so simple. It is water, rice, koji, and in some cases brewer's yeast.
So is it, I thought it was like white or rice wine.
Basically that's it, rice wine.
Okay.
Koji is rice or barley that's inoculated with a fungus or mold called Aspergillus oryzae, which is called Gekkeikan.
Toji
Gekkeikan.
Kin.
This is the same stuff that they use to denature the proteins in beans and grains and stuff to produce miso paste and soy sauce.
Oh, okay. Now you're talking my language.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a fermenting agent. It does sort of the same thing as brewer's yeast, but in a slightly different way. And from what I can gather, I didn't go too far into the chemistry of it. So on the surface, that sounds kind of weird until you. There's a similar thing in winemaking called noble rot. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but I mean, this is so wonderful.
So in certain, that is something called Botrytis cinerea, and what that does, it attaches itself to grapes, and it can mess up the whole crop. It can destroy the grape. Mm-hmm. Except under certain conditions where it's warm in the days and cool at nights, all it does, it doesn't quite take over, it dehydrates the grapes. And by dehydrating the grapes, it bumps the sugar content way up. And apparently in making wines such as sauternes, sweet wines, it leaves the sugars and can be quite a sought after thing. So in some conditions it'll destroy the crop. In others, it actually enhances it. Now, in this case, they actually inoculate the grains or the rice.
Okay. Then
they sprinkle the inoculated rice over top of the other rice, and that causes the fermentation.
What does inoculation mean?
It means they. It sounds better than infect the rice.
There's going to be a quiz after people.
and what it does is it produces enzymes, and these enzymes break down the starch and the protein, and even some of the flavor compounds of the fermented food, and add quite a bit of flavor to it. Apparently.
So let's try to try.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of different kinds. We're going to try them all chilled except the first one. Now this is Gekkeikan. Gekkeikan. That is, I think, what I usually have when I order sake.
Yum.
I have never had cold sake before today. Sake.
He started today. If you don't know, we made some sushi to go with the sake. Of which I'll give the big reveal on how that went after. It wasn't so bad, other than I no longer have a pot, because the rice, when you make sticky rice, it kind of burns the bottom. Anyway,
so I don't have one of those cool little porcelain receptacles for sake.
But you've got the pretty little cups.
We've got these 2 little porcelain things. I don't even know where they came from.
They're awesome.
hot sake is meant to be enjoyed between 40 and 45 degrees Celsius. That works out to 104 and 113 if you're on the Fahrenheit scale. I overshot a bit, but it's just about right now.
You can't really see that, but I just thought I'd show you the little cup. Let's give this a try.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I love this stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. You need a plate of Japanese food to go with this. So, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it just screams Japanese food.
It's yummy. Okay. So.
Like I said, this is how I am used to trying it.
Yeah.
So.
But we're going to try something different now, aren't we?
A bunch of different kinds of sake. We're going to try them all straight up. And then we'll do a little bit of taste comparison. We're going to try the soju product, which is called chumchurum.
Okay.
Which means like the first time.
Got it.
That's what chumchurum means.
We got a lot to drink here. You want us to try all of these?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Sake is typically 14, 15, 16%. It's comparable to a slightly fortified wine. There are different types of sake. A lot of them, now the distinctions between them mostly has to do with how they polish the rice. Right.
I wouldn't want that job.
What? I know, right? What's the deal with polishing rice? Okay, so here's something cool that I learned today. And if I had to learn it, so do you. Each grain of rice is not composed, it's not the same all the way through. Inside, right in the center of the rice, is where all the starches are. Okay? The outer part of the rice grain is where the fats and the vitamins and the proteins are. So when you get eating rice is at about a 90% polish, so everything is pretty much the full grain of rice. These things are, the different types are distinguished between how much of a polish they have. For example, Junmari sake uses no brewer's yeast, and the rice is polished to at least 70%.
Do we have that here?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
So I just correct me because I got completely lost when you said the polish and the fats and the enzymes and all that stuff. So what is the polish?
So the polish is basically scraping the outer bits of the rice down.
Okay, to take it off.
And discarding it.
So getting rid of the minerals and the good stuff.
Getting rid of the fats, the proteins, getting to the starch. The starch is what the enzymes break down to form sugar, which in turn is ferments to alcohol, right?
Got it. Okay.
And then, so that's the difference between
the different types of sake?
Yeah, so like Ginjo sake is to 60% polish.
Okay.
Junmai, 70%. And then there's stuff like Honjozo, which we have here. Honjozo needs to be fortified slightly.
Okay. To
be Honjozo. Nagori is a coarsely filtered one, so it's a little bit cloudy.
So let's try.
We're going to pour these out.
Yeah, so let's try one, then you can tell us about it as you do.
Well, I've pretty much said my bet. We're going to just...
School's over, but we're going to have a little bit of a...
School's in, sucker.
Yeah, wait.
Break it down.
I mean, if we drink all of this, I swear to God.
We're splitting a 2-ounce pour. Just chill out.
Yeah.
The first two are both Gekkeikan. That's been around forever. Like, does it say here?
Is that the one we had that was hot?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the one we had hot. We're going to try cold now.
Okay.
This has been around for centuries. Started in Japan. Is now made, or this stuff anyway, these two, this is a draft version of it. I just wanted to see what the difference between a draft sake and...
Like a draft is a draft beer?
I don't know.
I
guess.
Pretending to make the final product? I don't understand the draft.
I don't
There
know.
we go. There we go. That's this one. And we'll put the names of these too. So if you do like sake, you'll know which one you'll know which ones that are the best ones to try. So, okay.
So we have a nigori? Yes, this is a nigori. Nigori is characterized by a coarse filtration, so it still has some sediment in it. So it's cloudy. You notice this one looks cloudy?
Yeah, totally cloudy. That's ew. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks almost like skim milk. Totally cloudy.
Let me just show you the bottle.
Very pretty bottle.
Yeah. And you would buy it because it looks so pretty, right? But you probably would be thinking it's bad when you go to pour it out.
This is a...
Watch out, kitty.
So this one is the Hanjozu.
Mm-hmm. Where did you find all these?
And this one is Junmai Ginjo. So this is, I think, known as ultra premium. Let me pour it first. Is what is known as ultra premium.
Ultra premium, so more expensive?
Yeah, it really, none of these were horribly expensive. I did come across a few bottles that were nasty expensive, but I didn't buy those.
That's good.
The Gekkeikan is really quite cheap. Inexpensive, sorry, not cheap.
Yes, exactly.
So we've tried the hot stuff. I can't seem to keep from drinking it.
Did you want this open too?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because it's something slightly different.
All right.
So let's try
this thing cold.
Yeah.
All right.
So these all came out of the fridge a few minutes ago. They should still be.
Mm-hmm. Still good cold. It doesn't. It's not the same though.
It isn't really, is it?
No, I really like it better, warm. And then the other one. That's the. No,
That's the draft.
The draft. Okay. All right. Yeah, I definitely like this one better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's got more of a sweety, tangy taste to it.
See, to me, this seems flavorless compared to the hot.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense, I guess.
So, exactly. But just I don't know. I
So
prefer
this one I actually like better. You liked it the other way around.
We should have like thumbs up and thumbs down on each one of these, right?
This one is the Hanjozo sake.
I need like some pepper or something to go. I'm gonna stick my finger in this soy sauce.
Oh, do you want some water or something? Or just drink some of your goop there.
I'm gonna drink some of my goop. That's what we're calling it. Okay, which one's this one?
This is Hanjozo. To be called Hanjozo, it needs to be fortified. You'll notice that the alcoholic content on this is 15.5.
That's actually good.
Whereas this is 14.5.
So far I like this one the best. This one kind of tasteless but yummy when it's warm. This one's a little bit kind of sweet, got a tang to it. And this is somewhere in the middle, like Goldilocks.
Yeah,
Right?
it kind of is.
I like this one. Imagine drinking that whole bottle. No. What do we do with all this? That's good.
That's why this is a two-part thing.
Oh, right.
Because we're going to use these up next week. We're going to make cocktails out of them.
Good, because we're gonna do sake cocktails next time.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That'll be fun.
Apparently, they're the taste profiles with sake makes them play well with others.
Awesome.
Apparently, grapefruit is a popular taste combination.
We'll have to give it a whirl.
Yeah,
Are we gonna do the pink one?
yeah. This is the Nigori sake. Give it a try.
Okay, this is the cloudy one. So I've never seen sake. I have to now say that sake.
So this is characterized as sweet, soft, and silky. The aromatic sediments are allowed to remain in this.
It is good. I like this one. He's going to say it's tasteless. Watch. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's tasteless.
Right?
Not really. No, it's got kind of a floral thing.
It's
to
good.
it.
Yeah. You could drink. The problem with this,
I see why they call it soft and silky. It's got a kind of a different mouthfeel.
it's kind of dangerous because you really can't taste any alcohol or even have the feel of alcohol in it.
None of them really.
No, you know how you've got like
None of
vodka
them
or
really
tequila,
bite.
you get that bite, but no, not this. So this one would get you into a lot of trouble.
This is 12.5.
Oh, that's like wine.
So
That's
this
fine.
is like wine. Does
Okay.
not taste like there is any alcohol
It's
in
good
that
though.
at all.
Yummy.
And last but not least, we have Pure Dawn Junmai.
I love listening to him pronounce these words. It's great. Oh.
Why can't I read that? Junmai
Take some glasses.
Ginjo Sake.
What?
Junmai Ginjo Sake.
Jimai Ginjo.
So this is the premium stuff. Let's give it a try. You'll notice that this one has a bit of color to it.
Oh, it
These
does.
are almost perfectly colorless.
This one's kind of a little bit like, almost like a golden tequila, right?
Yeah, that's
Look at that,
pretty
that's
much the
sake.
perfect.
So premium. See, I'm getting good at this. We took a wine course again last night.
Oh yeah, was it ever good?
Yeah.
If you get a chance, Everything Wine has this introductory wine courses.
Wow, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, they have. It introduces you to the reds and the whites, and we could do an entire episode on each one of them. But you know what? Highly recommend you go and taste it.
Hello.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah, so it's meh. And
It's worth the extra moolah for this one. So again, if you haven't seen the bottle, it's very faint. It's called Pure Dawn, and it's kind of a bluish color. But oh my gosh, that's good. Tiny little bottle. So anyways, this course is pretty funny because it was filled with people that are, wine connoisseurs.
yeah, we're not. We come in with a T-shirt that says "I'm the reason the beer is all gone."
And I was wearing that one. And they're all like, "Oh, well, how would that go with my $40 bottle? And how does that compare and match up with the charcuterie?" Anyways.
$40 bottle. Yeah, we buy those, except ours is in a box.
Exactly. I don't understand. And whatever, move on. Just give me the next sample. All right.
Soju.
Is this the last one?
Yeah, soju
Okay.
is the Korean version of sake.
Oh, cool.
It's traditionally made in the same way, except for something to be called sake, it has to be the grain used is rice. Soju is not quite so exclusive. You can they use different grains, different starches, potatoes, sweet potatoes even.
Wow.
Different things can be used in this. This is a slightly watered down version. This is something that came out fairly recently, and the girl at the liquor store told me about this. She said these were blowing up on TikTok.
Ah,
So
new craze.
So I don't know why they're blowing up. It's not carbonated.
Yeah, I know. Don't quite get TikTok, not quite us yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're told.
Anyway, yeah. So this apparently is the big craze.
Oh, okay. Well, now we're part of the big craze.
A Google search actually has a TikTok, a highly, what's it called? Highly trending TikTok.
Yeah. Good job, darling.
Highly trending TikTok video from shut up, somebody in Vancouver.
Mm.
These come in a bunch of flavors, namely peach, apple, mango, just plain apple, blueberry, grape, strawberry, which I got lemon, and if you will, yogurt.
So these are kind of like the new Hayal or whatever.
Yogurt.
Yogurt flavored. But these are like how they've got those little canned.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, Hayal. Hayal.
Yeah,
they
kind
should
of.
do a Hayal in a different way.
It kind of. Well, let's try it first.
Now I love the fact that they've got different flavors in this. Who knew? This is kind of
Yeah.
All right. Again, clear, so there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see.
Nothing
But
to see
I'll
here.
show you the bottle in a second.
I'll show them the bottle if you.
Yeah, I do it.
I can do this.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I can see why this is trending. It's Hayal. Or Hayal.
Can I see it?
Yeah, it's the same as those drinks that you
Bombay
get.
or something?
Yeah. It's good, but it's more of exactly that. Like you would buy it in a can, in a summery thing. It doesn't taste like sake at all. It just is.
No. The difference here, you mentioned hail. I'm pretty sure that things like that, coolers, what do they come in around 6, 7, 8%?
Yeah.
12% on that guy. So that's
Oh, there we go.
That's like drinking strawberry flavored wine
There you go.
without the wine.
Oh, like Strawberry Angel.
Yeah, something horrible like that.
It's,
It would be interesting to taste what the grape tastes like.
yeah, it's okay. Like
So that starts out, I guess, at 15%, and then they water it down and flavor it to make it more universally drinkable, I suppose.
So what is the end? Sorry, I missed that. The end result? How many alcohol?
The end result is a 12%.
Oh, okay. So it's like wine. But so can you imagine?
Oh, wasteland.
No kidding that those kids are on TikTok are drinking this crap. Oh, that's nasty. It's like the extra old stock beer in our day.
5.5. No, 5. This is how bad we sucked when we were kids. Before we were old enough to drink, but we're anyway, we would buy extra old stock.
Yes.
Because instead of 5.5%, it was 5.65%.
It's like, more bang for your buck, people. More bang for your buck. That's pathetic.
Not to mention, forget the fact that it tasted like shit.
Everything did back then.
Well, we couldn't refrigerate it.
So now we did if you haven't had a chance, we did decide to make the sushi beforehand. And I thought, well, we'll just film this and see what happens. Because neither one of us have ever made sushi before, right?
Well, I sure as hell have.
So we gave it a whirl.
I'm going to.
And I never showed the end result in the first video. It's only about 10 minutes. But we're going to show you what happened when we made sushi. And what I did is I went online and I looked at all the different recipes. I'll share this woman's, I didn't really take any one particular recipe, but I will give her credit because I followed hers to the T. And yeah, like check it out. I just want to show you that I managed to make homemade sushi, and I don't think they're going to fall apart. Look, I even made one, and it's kind of droopy at the bottom, but whatever. And this one kind of is nothing but crap. But one of these is good. I do, however, like I said earlier, no longer have a pot. So any of you that know how to cook, be awesome if you could tell me how not to make it stick at the end. So yeah, for a first time, I don't think this is bad, and we can now have our sake with our sushi. Yeah. So I'll post the recipe to that as well.
Putting some toasted sesame seeds
and you don't have the thing open, right? You're putting the gunk on it. Okay, that's creative. Good. All right.
A little sriracha mayo.
All right. Are you gonna give one a whirl? Do you want to? You can try it if you like.
Yeah.
Take the one that's all busted up.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and then throw it in some. So we've got soy sauce, and we did a little pickled ginger, and with some wasabi, and you've got yourself a full meal. But look at our Friday night. Might be a little different than yours. 6 bottles
or
of sake.
Not. You never know.
All right. Well,
I'm not even going to bother with it.
We'll just see if it tastes okay. Haven't tried them. I don't know. So we'll see if it tastes good or not. But yeah, good. Awesome.
Good.
There we go. So if I can make sushi,
that's good.
You can make sushi. Trust me. And I don't even have one of those bamboo mats. Yes, you can. Well, maybe. We'll see. All right. So
anyway,
next week.
Next week we're going to be mixing drinks out of all this crap.
There we go.
All these fine products.
Yep. Good stuff. And you all have a great evening. Apparently we will, but we won't be drinking it all, I promise.
I didn't mean crap. No, it was great. Forget it. Can we cut that out and edit?
No, it's just what I say anyhow. It doesn't matter. All right. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.